Hi and welcome, divine being or beings, I don't know, however you feel. and welcome to this new video. If you clicked on this video, you are ready to receive this kind of message, or it will fit you at this moment. If you found this like on accident, or if you felt guided to watch this. Today, the video is going to be, I'm not going to do a pick a card, but I'm going to share something that I found out lately. And I think that if I will put this, I just feel guided to bring this out to more people to give some clarity, because for me it was such a relief to find this out. And I hope for you too. So um, if you found this video and were attracted to it, there is something in your life happening. And there is something special happening and hard at the same time. But it's about your dharma or your family things. There's patterns in all the families, and there's DNA driven things that are brought onto the next generation. So if you see around you or in your own family, there will be patterns, unconscious patterns that will go from family to family to family, or generation in the families, I mean. And there, I've seen this a lot with other people too, and there's like always this unconscious thing that you see in other people, and most of the time not yourself, or you will find out later that there's a pattern going on in your family, and you see like this is coming every time. And you also every time hear like I hear a lot like, I don't want to be like my mom, or I don't want to be like my dad, and that kind of stuff. And then they grow up and they have children, and they grow up the same, and they do exactly the same things, only they try not to do it, but or it will flip the other way around. And but this goes on and on and on. And I was like, why is this happening every time? And how can we get rid of it? And I was like fighting that pattern a little bit. And then I found this really nice video of someone. I can't find it back, but it was a video of a man that was talking about the unconscious and the conscious part of these patterns. And there is something unconsciously happening again and again and again. And if you are the first one to awaken in your family from these patterns, you will it will click. You will be like, oh, this is the problem, and you see the problem, and you try to not do that, but also not go completely to the other side and deal with it, so your children don't have to deal with that pattern again when you will have children, or if I mean. And he said like there's always like a part. I'm gonna get my book because I wrote some things down about it. There's always like resistance. It's he called it like a pendulum, or like an energy. Like if you were attracted to this channel, you probably are a bit spiritual or not. Just take whatever resonates for you, of course. But he told us something about that the unconscious part, so the family dynamic that is unconscious of these patterns, it creates a certain entity around it. And it's not something scary, it's just an energy field, because everything is energy in my perspective. And there's an energy around this, which is unconscious. So the unconscious is like the entity, but it doesn't have a body, and it's just the energy around it. And he told me like that this energy, this field of unconsciousness, it wants to stay unconscious. So whenever there is someone waking up in the family and trying to confront the unconscious part, so mom or dad or anyone in the family that is doing this pattern, if you try to confront it and you go into the conscious part, because you get conscious of the problem, then you will get major resistance from the unconscious part of the family. And this made so much sense to me. Like, because it's unconscious, it wants to stay unconscious. So every part of it that becomes conscious, it wants to grasp it back again into the unconscious. So what I was seeing is like I was trying to get out of this pattern, and I was yeah, you're like pulling on the energy to like get out or detach yourself from that. And this is why I felt like I was fighting so much, because I was really fighting to stay conscious in a place that wants to let me be unconscious. And I was like, what is this all going on? And I thought like, why is there so much resistance for me to get conscious? And I felt anger, I felt sadness, and all these low vibrational energies started to take over, because me confronting the unconscious part of my family dynamic started to try to make me feel scared, angry, and sad. And they were unconscious of doing that, of course. So I couldn't be mad at this part of my family, but it was trying to make me feel the same way again, so I will become unconscious again, and also get me back in all my bad habits, all my bad things that I do. And it was so hard for me to get out of that again, that I was like, how is this happening? And I found this video, and it was such a blessing. I'm so thankful for this guy that took this video, and I'm able to explain this in my own version again for someone else. And I'm just gonna look something up so I can really explain it well. Yeah, okay, he was talking about a guy that had a family with drinking problems, and he goes to the mom and dad to confront them, and they get very mad at him. Um, and the mom was saying like, I always took care of you and you always had food. And this reaction is because there is a trigger for the unconscious there. So it's logical, and it's also like the person that is saying that also almost doesn't have full control of it, because they're not conscious. And this is a very hard part, because there it is very easy to get very angry with this person, but it's actually like an and this could be triggering for someone that is in this situation, because I really feel you, because I felt that anger and that sadness and everything. And you also don't deserve this. So understand that you don't deserve this treatment, and there is distance needed in this situation. Most of the time, it will help. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, so this person was saying, I always took care of you and blah, blah. And that's true, but it is kind of like guilt tripping, because taking care of someone is like basic human rights. So I don't want to say that that person that said that in this instance is not right when they're saying that. But no, I'm not saying that they're. I'm getting mixed up with my own thoughts. But like what I want to say is that it's logic for this person to react that way because they're unconscious, but it's not rightful to say that to you like that, or to any person in your surroundings that may be experiencing this. So it is really nice to detach from with like the entity that is around the unconscious of this, and with you. So if you are a person that becomes conscious in this instance, it is super strong that you're doing this, and it is very hard to stay in the conscious. And I'm here to help you, maybe to give you some guidance to keep you conscious. And I think that if you found this video that you're favored by the universe, and that they also want to help you because you're doing great, and sometimes you just need like this push, like this not a push, but like a hand on your shoulder to say like, what you're experiencing is hard and it's logical, but it is very hard, and there is help for you. So somebody called me, so I'm kind of like distracted now. So like the universe wants to like help you in this instance, and just give you like a heads up, like what's going on maybe for you or someone in your surroundings. And the best thing to do is grounding a lot, going outside, taking your distance from the from maybe this person or people in your family if this is going on. And this will help you to stay in your own conscious and to forgive what is happening so you can heal yourself. And then when you heal yourself, you're able to also help the family that is in this unconscious still. But you're not going to be able to help them until you, it's like giving yourself the mask in the plane when the plane is going to crash, before you give it to your children. So this was it, because I'm getting called a lot. I need to go, but I hope it helps somebody. And love to you all. Bye.